Hello everyone, hello, hope you're doing okay. Chocolate here, but well, I was going to say not for a video, it is for a video review. Yes, the Asda special basically, where going to review lots of, I guess sort of the posher end of Asda's selection essentially is the gist of it. You know those sort of types of things, the sort of extra special range of, I think Asda call it, you know, they all have different sort of terms for it in the various supermarkets. In Asda I think it's extra special basically. Yeah, so they're sort of nicer upper end sort of chocolates and other products as well. Got loads of them actually. I thought I only had about 5, but I ended up having about 8 different things I think. So quite a lot to get through. Hopefully we will do. Yeah, so should be interesting. Should be an interesting one. As I say, voted for by the people as well. I did a vote. Usually I do a poll around Tuesday, Wednesday time for people to vote on what they'd like me to review at the weekend. Now, you usually have about three to 5 options basically, and this one won it. So yeah, so thanks for voting by the way if you did. Great to see you also by the way. Hope you're doing okay. Hope you in the UK has been lots of stormy weather about recently, so hopefully you've managed to get through that all right. I think where I am now, strangely, it was pouring with rain all night and all morning, and then it's just suddenly gone really bright and sunny. It's like you know, really a lovely day now, so it's been absolutely bizarre, but there we go. Yeah, so got quite a lot to go through, and also around halfway through, or maybe, well, at some random interval anyway, we'll try and see if we won the Cadbury Cream Egg £10,000 prize, whatever it is, or at least some prize anyway, by which if you get half white, half milk chocolate cream egg, you'll win some kind of prize. Now I think the max prize is £10,000. I think there's lots of prizes in between. Basically it's about 168 I think, to be precise, I think, prizes, but only 6 or 8 of them are the £10,000 prize. So you know, you could win almost nothing basically, probably another cream egg or something like that. But I think for me the grand prize would actually be having the opportunity to review a half white cream egg, because of course I imagine not many other people who do manage to find one will have a review channel. So so I think that will be the main bonus, I think. And of course open it live on air as well. So what we've got to start with then, got quite a few things. What should we start with, I think? Should we start? I've got quite a lot to go through, as I say, so we'll see what's best to start with. I think we'll start with I've got a lot of things that aren't actually chocolate, or there might be things covered in chocolate, things like this. So there's kind of a variety of stuff there. Yeah, what to do? What should we go for? I think you know what we'll go for. We'll go for these, sticky toffee pudding cookies first of all. Why not? With a melting toffee centre. Try me warm. It says, well, you know, unfortunately, try me warm. Maybe I should have got a coffee, perhaps. Maybe I should have got a coffee. I'm not sure. But anyway, obviously you can heat these up. Prepared using a sumptuous sweet toffee sauce. Our sticky toffee pudding cookies have a soft melting centre for a little extra indulgence. Perfect served hot or cold. This is what we're passionate about. This is extra special. Yes, there we go. All right, well, there we go. Interesting one. That's the same on both sides. Extra special range. So there you go. It looks quite good. 200 gram pack here. Doesn't feel like 200 grams, I must say, but presumably is. 8 cookies with toffee filling. There you go, you can microwave them. I don't actually have a microwave, believe it or not. I'd have to dunk mine in a coffee, in a cup of coffee or something like that. But be careful not to burn yourself, it says. The centre could be very hot. Do not reheat. Right, okay, there we go. So there we are. So what's in there? So anything of interest? Toffee filling 25%. Humectant, whatever that is. Palm oil's in there. There we go, palm oil, the old palm. Speaking to a friend actually, he was saying that it was all the negative stuff that palm oil gets. He was saying, I mean, I don't know if this is true or not, but this is what he told me, that it's the most efficient way of getting like produce from something. It's really efficient in the way it takes up not much space, but gives you so much back, which is probably why it's so in so many things and grown so widely. So I can believe it. Obviously the problem is it's just when all the farmers and things just decimate the local indigenous plant life and things to grow it. So that's the problem really. So per 100 grams, 430 calories, 15 grams of fat, 7.2 of which are saturates. And per cookie, 107 calories, 3.8 grams of fat, 1.8 of which are saturates. Yeah, so per 100 grams, chocolate products like Mars bars and things generally tend to have between 500 and 550 calories per 100 grams. So obviously it's been a cookie a bit less than that. There we go. Yeah, there we are. Looks very interesting. I think we should give it an open. So I'll move myself down a bit. Yeah, let's have a see. So let's have a look. I might need to adjust the brightness slightly. Got loads of stuff going in. Ooh, bit of a ignore those. Might be a bit of a spoiler there for the future. Okay, so let's move my shenanigans out of the way. Okay, let's put it the right way around. Oh, hi there, Joe. Oh, good to see you. Yes, how are you doing? Hope you're doing all right. Sorry if you were turned up at the at the premiere yesterday and I wasn't there. Basically, I meant to be there, but I just couldn't make it in the end. Yeah, it's just one of those, unfortunately. But it didn't really matter. I mean, I don't think you don't think I necessarily need to be there, but there we go. Yes, I'm not doing too bad, thanks, Joe. How are you doing today? We had lots of, I was saying before, we usually talk about the weather, don't we? We've got bad weather in the UK, basically. Not so bad where I am, but it's been worse in other areas. But it's been raining all day today. But now it's really bright and sunny. Well, it was. It's a bit bright. It's not too sunny now, but yeah. Yeah, no, good to hear. Glad you're doing all right. We're doing lots of a supermarket in the UK owned by Walmart, or at least it was. I think they might have sold it now, but it's still called Asda, basically. Doing a lot of their products, but their extra special range of stuff. These are sticky toffee pudding cookies, which look very nice. And you can heat them up, basically. Sometimes, you know, the sort of extra special stuff, I don't bother getting sometimes because I think it's not that special. But these ones did stand out a bit and look quite nice, actually. So, yeah, so we'll see. I'll just try and move the... So you can see you've got not too extra special on the inside there, I must say. And there definitely looks to be room for at least 2 more cookies there, I think you'd say. And they do look a bit small compared to the width, so that's a bit disappointing. Yeah, they certainly don't need to be in a box this big, which we'll find out in a second. I've only got 2 more pounds to lose on my diet as well now, so yeah, not too bad. So lost at least 10 pounds since about the 2nd week of January, maybe. It's not too bad, about a month. It's not too bad, that. So yeah, you can see these here. Oh, yeah, so look, they are quite sticky, stuck together a bit. There we go. So yeah, look a bit odd. I don't know, different. Like pock marks on them, look a bit strange. Yeah, see the toffee seeping through a bit there, and it's dried a bit. Yeah, but you can see here, you know, the width of them. I don't know. I'm not convinced. Yeah, and there's only 8 of them as well, and I'm quite sure you could fit a lot more than 8 in that pack. Let's give it the old measure then, shall we? Where's the... Let's see. What's your view on popcorn, by the way, Joe? Yes, are you a fan of popcorn? Because I imagine you could put all sorts on popcorn, so I imagine it'd be quite easy to... something you might enjoy. Yeah, thanks so much. Yeah, thanks so much, Joe. Yes, really pleased with that, so it's nice. Especially when I have to review stuff all the time as well. You know, it's... you know, it can be quite difficult, really. But I just have to be able to just nibble things rather than eat the whole thing and be careful afterwards. About 5.8, 5.9. 5.9 really in the width diameter of that. It can depend, of course. It's not a perfect circle, so 6.1 there. Now the height, of course, it's quite chunky in the middle. It's about 1.4, 1.5. Yeah, not bad, not bad. But yeah, so if we consider the the width, what was it? About 6 centimeters basically. Well, 6.3 in this case now, but yeah, 6.3. But if we look at the actual width of the box, I imagine we're going to have a lot more. Yeah, it's about 9. So 9.2 it is pretty much. Yeah, so basically that's a third again of the biscuit we could have in there. So yeah, a bit poor. That doesn't. It's hard to see there that it's actually level, but it is level there. There we go. So definitely could have more in there really, and height as well. I imagine I can show that. Can I show that? Yes, I can. I think. Yes, there's definitely room for a lot more there. Yes, and hi there, Rick. How are you doing? Oh, how's things today? Yes, you're still. I think you're still in Korea. Hope things are going well. Yeah, good to see you again. Yeah, good to see you. You do like popcorn? Yeah, I was just thinking because you could put anything on it, can't you? Really, you know, you could put some kind of, I don't know, peanut butter on there or something like that. You know, or just something plain. I was planning on making some today, really, but there we go. All right, let's give this a bit of a snap down the middle then. Well, there you go. Look at that. So not bad there. You can see that toffee would definitely be nice melted, but you can see it arches a bit there. You can see the toffee in the middle. Not bad. Yeah. Looks a very nice one, doesn't it? Yeah, it looks very nice. Yes, nice centre filling to this one. It does. Yeah, you can melt. You can warm it up as well, Rick. I was saying you could warm it, so it'd be good to dunk. I don't have it. He says use a microwave. I guess you could use an oven. I don't have a microwave. Could probably do with one really. But yeah, looks very nice, doesn't it? It looks very nice. Centre's not edge to edge in the centre, but I think there's enough there. It does look very good. Yeah. So let's give this one a go. Or just the brightness again. So quite a few products from Asda to do. Let's see. Storm is over. Yeah, it's not been so bad where I am. It's more London down that way, really. It's the south. But it has been raining quite a lot. But now it's really bright and sunny. I'm just saying to Joe a minute ago that it's really sunny outside. It's really raining all morning and a bit of wind. Relatively strong winds, nothing too bad. But it's just really sunny outside now, really sunny. Yeah, bizarre. Yeah, no microwave. No, I've not had one for. I've not had a microwave for. I don't know, maybe 15 years, maybe if not longer. I've just not had one. Not had one. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why. I've just never needed one really. I mean, I guess I could find a use for one if I had one, but yeah, I've just never not had one for that long. Crazy, really. Yeah, this is what we're reviewing at the moment. These yes, sticky toffee pudding cookies. Yeah, look very nice. So let's give them a go. Do these actually say on what per cookie? Yeah, it's just about 50 calories basically. This one is. So we'll give this a nibble. The same didn't go edge to edge, and I think that's probably good because it gives you a bit of a crunch around the edge actually, which I think you wouldn't have. Not bad at all, these, you know. Not bad at all. Very toffee-like, as you'd expect. You know, but as I say, I think having that sort of border around the edge, actually, you know, it's a good idea. You see the sort of centre there, and there's about a centimetre border. And I think if it didn't have that, it wouldn't be crunchy around the edge, and it would detract from an actual cookie experience. It's probably convenient for Asda because I imagine the centre's probably the more expensive part or whatever. But yeah, not bad those. I think it's a nice crunch. Quite a plain biscuit, nothing special on the biscuit, but the toffee's quite thick and quite nice actually, and very toffee-like. Yeah. I think that's pretty good. I don't think they're going to blow your socks off. I think like they need something else to be really special, like chocolate in there, in some respects, or a chocolate coating, or something a bit more interesting about the biscuit, really. But I do think they're pretty good. I think toffee, you know, I think toffee probably does need something else with it, but I think they're a pretty nice biscuit actually. It's a lovely toffee centre, very smooth and very liquidy. And I say, even not heated up, it's still liquidy and thick. And I think it might work, you know, I can imagine it might be a bit too runny if you heated it up actually, for a bit more caramel-like rather than toffee. So, I mean, it's a good 4 out of 5, those. I think they're actually pretty good biscuits then. Yeah, I think they're pretty nice biscuits. I say, got a good crunch on the outside and the soft middle. Good enough amount of centre. Tastes very toffee-like as well. Just perhaps missing something else with it, like a chocolate or something else like chocolate chips or some kind of chocolate, just to make it a bit more special, really, a bit extra special. But nonetheless, still quite nice actually. Yeah, I like those. They're just lacking a bit. They just need a bit more. Is the gist of it. Yeah. Yeah, following Olympics, yes. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I saw. Who did they lose to? Was it someone? I don't know. I can't remember. I mean, I haven't watched many of the curling actually. I sort of was going to watch it on catch up, whatever. But basically, I didn't and saw the results. So yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. Is it the women's or the men's? I think it was the women's, wasn't it? Yeah. If you try Subway restaurant cookies, they're pretty gold if you can get them. Get them soon out of the ovens and not sitting around all day. I have tried it. I do like those soft baked cookies. Yeah, they are nice, those. Yeah, I do like those soft cookies. These ones are quite soft actually. Yeah, they're in the middle anyway, but on the outside a bit of a crunch. But I do like those, Rick. They are nice. Yeah, the soft baked cookies are very tasty. And to the point where actually, unless a harder cookie has lots of chips and other things in it, I find that they're a bit disappointing now. I find that the soft baked ones are really the way forward. Yeah. So no, I do like those. Yeah, they are very nice. Quite like Subways as well. Yeah, Sweden. Yeah, I know what you mean with the Olympics. I think we were talking about this a few weeks back. I end up watching a lot of the stuff. You know, been watching lots of the snowboarding and skiing and stuff, all the freestyle stuff, and it's quite interesting. Really, I just get into it because it's a bit different, and it has a bit of drama, doesn't it? With all the, you know, you've got to do really well at the end. Yeah, I don't know. But I think it's funny because I think they're mainly all Scottish, really. The UK's team basically. So it's a bit of a funny one there because I think because obviously it's I don't know, it's just one of those internal political things, I guess. But the men's final, okay. I know the women tend to do quite well. But I don't know if they'd only made it to the semi-finals or not. I'm not sure. But yeah. Oh well, yeah. Interesting. Okay, it's quite interesting. I still don't. I don't really understand it with all the sweeping. I assume it makes them go faster the more they sweep. But I don't know. Yeah, it's an interesting one. The only sport I've ever seen with a broom, that's for sure. Yeah, so here we go. So yeah, extra special raspberry dark chocolate. Look at this. Bold notes of dark cocoa with bright bursts of raspberry. 52% cocoa solid, which is pretty good. I think for me, dark chocolate I think in the 50s, 40s to 50s, I think tends to be the right amount. I think 50s probably more so, but it can depend. A blend of the finest cocoa beans, it says. Right, well. Yeah, tasting notes. Crafted from a blend of the finest cocoa beans, this tempting, fruity dark chocolate is complemented by a scattering of freeze-dried raspberry pieces. Sounds very nice. Dark chocolate with freeze-dried raspberry pieces, it says. Got vanilla extract, which is a bit disappointing. Why has it got vanilla extract in it? That's a bit disappointing. Chocolate contains cocoa 52% minimum. Don't think it needs vanilla extract. That could detract from it completely, that. Suitable for vegans. We'll see. 100 grams, 552 calories. So well above the 500 to, well, not well above, but above the 500 to 550 that most chocolates seem to have, that I've experienced. 35 grams of fat, 22 which are saturates. Per fifth, 110 calories. 7 grams of fat, 4.3 which are saturates. Okay. Alright, so we teamed up with UTZ. I think they're now with the Rainforest Alliance, basically. 100 grams packed in Italy. There we go. Yeah, alright. Interesting. Colour code at the bottom. Barcode there if you want to scan it. Yeah, looks quite looks alright. It's those typical top shelf. I mean, in the UK we get these on the top shelf of supermarkets. It's the same kind of, they're always about 100 grams, whether it's be Lindt, their own brand stuff, or other companies tend to just have these. What's the one? What's Cadbury's special brand called? I forgot what it's called now. I can't remember what it's called now. I can see the look at it, but I can't remember what it's called. Anyway, lots of chocolate companies just have these sort of that size of things. Few ingredients, that's good. Yes, I think dark chocolate tends to be like that, doesn't it? Although I feel like the vanilla extract, I'm a bit surprised to see that in there, Jeremy. What do you think about that? I wouldn't have expected vanilla extract in a dark chocolate product. But yeah, let's have a look anyway. Let's give it an open. Let's move down a bit. Nice packaging. Let's see, there we go. All right. Do I review ramen? No, I haven't really. Basically, I don't tend to review sort of savoury stuffs generally. I mean, I could do, but it's a whole can of worms, really. But I know some people. I've never had it. Is long story short. I always see it on like Naruto and things like this with like a fried egg in the middle or whatever it is. I'm never sure whether I'd like it or not. Might do. Basically, all aisles there. They love their cup of noodles for sure. I see. Yeah. Yes. Lots to review if you get into it. Yeah, cranky. Well, this is it. I think savoury food is a whole new world. I don't know whether... I'm struggling to keep up with chocolate. I don't know whether I could do savoury stuff as well. But as I say, I think for specials, though, as I say, for members, when we get so many member reviews, like you can see in the bottom left corner, if I get to 10 members there, we'll do a Domino's Pizza review. So it might be, as I say, that will be open to members to have votes on things. So I might, for the future, do votes and they can vote for things like that if they want to. Maybe, we'll see. Might have to be careful with that though, because I might end up having me review all sorts of stuff. I reckon they're a little bit more expensive. Yes, well these ones, yeah. I mean the own brand ones tend to be sort of like the not too bad, but you're right, they do have sort of an air of quality about them. Yeah. Let's see if we can open this. So it does have like a pull tabby thing there. You can see that there, but I don't quite understand. You could just perhaps. It seems to have two different things here, so you could perhaps just open it. Like this. I guess you meant to. I don't know how you meant to really open it, but I think just like that is probably the way forward. There we go. So you can see a fifth of it is 2 squares basically. That's quite nice. Got nice foil there like that. It's a nice foil as well. I don't know if it means it's a quality foil, but I like this kind of softer foil where you can do the imprint of the chocolate underneath. I quite like that. You can see it's coming through a bit there. Some kind of flour or something, I don't know what it is, and the lines. You can use your nail, but that could ruin it. But I do like this, I like being able to do that. Yes, there we go. So you probably would see on the front of the wrapper maybe. Yeah, I don't actually know what that could be. Some kind of leaf anyway, you can kind of make out. We'll find out in a second, of course. Yeah. Vanilla extract does give a different flavour to the product. Yeah, I don't know. I'd expect that more in milk chocolate myself. I mean, I know, lots of chocolatier or whatever, but now of course this foil is sealed here. I prefer when it's not sealed because I feel like I don't like having to rip it all. It never rips very well. But of course, being sealed does mean it'll be fresher. So, I guess really it's better. But I just don't like the way you can never get a clean rip. Wow, look at this. This looks very nice. Yeah, the extract, yes. Yeah, yes. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Oh, wow. I quite like this look to it. Yeah. There's no lines on this one. It's very plain. I mean, very plain. I don't even know what the design is really. I mean, it's as if it doesn't really belong with the product. I mean, I guess maybe it's, I don't know. Maybe it's like the company that makes them have this design for another supermarket or something. I'm not sure. But yeah, it looks very nice. And look at that, you can see all that free-dried raspberries. It's filled with stuff. I say my bugbear still to this day. I've not reviewed Montezuma's stuff for a long time, but when they had products, they were so disappointed. They were the first sort of company I was trying to review, sort of artisan chocolate or whatever, and it was just so disappointing because they had like about, if you imagine in this one square here, like maybe a fifth or maybe a third as much of the bits. And then for the whole bar to have it, about 2 or 3 times as much for the whole bar of that, it was just really disappointing. It was just really poor. Yeah. Yes. Off topic, do screen makers taste the same as regular ones? I can't remember actually, Rick. I think so. Is a short answer. I'm quite sure, but they don't do them anymore. I think the basic's just a colouring difference. So I think they do basically, but they haven't done them for a long time, which is a bit disappointing. The width on this one about 9.1 centimeters. Yeah, but it's a shame they don't do them anymore because it's such an obvious idea. They do these stupid goo heads now, which are just a worse product. 5.5 millimeters in height. And the gap 4.1. And the width, I have to use the old ruler for this one. So it is a bit. Let's have a look. About 18.8 centimeters in width. I'll say it does curl up at the top. You can see it's not straight. So add 18.8. That's 18.5 basically. So you lose a couple of millimeters. And the width is about 8.7 there, whereas it was about 9.1. Maybe 9. Yeah. Yeah, so what's this US 48? That's not bad for screen makers. I say I don't think you can get them anymore. So it's not too bad if you can get them. I say it's not a ridiculous price, is it? 48 for 60, so it's just over $1. Yeah, it's not bad considering you can't get them anymore. Not bad that. Yeah, I think you should get them. I say it's more it's a lot for what they are, but obviously it's not that bad because it's not charging too much for them, and you enjoy them as well. So. Yeah, luxurious design, you're right. Yes, luxurious design, you're right. You're right there. Ciao, yes. Let's have a look at it then. So give it a snap. Well, look at that as well. Well, that lovely freeze-dried raspberry pieces. I think it does look very nice, this actually. I'm a bit worried about the dark chocolateness of this because I said the vanilla extract is one thing and the raspberry flavour. But yeah, you can see that's a very good snap to it as well. So I don't know if you're going to get much dark chocolate from this, but we'll see. Right, let's give it a lift up. Let's give this a taste. I'm quite excited for this one. I think it looks very, very nice, very luxurious, as Joe says. Yeah, does look a good one. This one. And say not too expensive. These for what they are because they are supermarket own brand products. There's probably more than you do. They're probably more than a normal bar, but you know what I mean. Not too bad. Okay, nice dark chocolatey smell. Yeah, all right. Bit of raspberry as well coming through. Let's give it a go. Give it a taste. Wow. Well, you hit with a very strong raspberry taste straight away. Not bad. It's like I thought though. The dark chocolate is not very prominent really. It's just not. There's no real way to put it. I'm not really getting much from the chocolate at all. Getting lots of raspberry, it's like more of a medium just to hold the raspberry pieces, really. I'm not really tasting any specific sort of vanilla taste or anything like that. So, it's not like I'm tasting just vanilla from the vanilla extract or whatever, but it's not a very good dark chocolate, I wouldn't say. It's not, by which I mean, I'm not really tasting it, so I'm not really getting much of a rich taste. I feel like it could have, I don't know. I feel like there's no point in it being dark chocolate, basically, because it's just not really doing anything, which is a real shame. And by the way, I keep forgetting to mention, but I think I mentioned it last week, that dark chocolate I had from Sainsbury's, that was it Linnets or whatever it's called. I keep forgetting the name of it, but it was so nice actually, that one. I really enjoyed that after the event. A nice dark chocolate, that one. But yeah, this one, I don't know, it could be because of the raspberry flavour, I'm not sure. But yeah, most likely is really, and that's possibly that vanilla extract, but yeah, I'm not really getting a dark chocolate from that really. I mean, it's not milk chocolate or anything like that, but I'm not getting a rich taste. Could even argue that I am perhaps getting that vanilla extract taste actually, just getting something that's not quite, yeah. It doesn't taste vanilla-y, but I think it is affecting it to make it not taste like dark chocolate. It really shouldn't be there. I don't know why it's there, because you may as well just have a milk chocolate if you're going to try and affect the taste to make it less dark chocolatey. And I think that might have been a bit nicer really, just have a bit of a soft chocolate in there. Yeah, not sure to make of it. It's not bad. It's just not really much of anything, because it's just mainly just getting freeze-dried raspberry taste and yeah, sort of a very sort of mundane chocolate. I think. Yeah, I can't. It doesn't really taste like dark chocolate. It doesn't really taste like anything. It's just a sort of. It's just a chocolate vessel, I guess, is all I can describe it as. I like the freeze-dried raspberry pieces. I just think they've messed up with the dark chocolate, particularly there. Yeah, I think. Oh, what can I say for this one? I don't know. If you're a dark chocolate fan, I think you're not going to really be too bothered by this one, because it's just not very dark chocolatey. I feel like the freeze-dried raspberry pieces do give you a nice raspberry hit, but as I say, I've had like Phaser's dark chocolate, or well, Phaser's chocolate rather, with raspberry pieces and things like this, give a more exciting experience, a more interesting experience, and I think they've been in milk chocolate. It's just worked a lot better because the tastes have just been, they've tasted as you'd expect it to be, and they've not really sort of diluted anything. And I think this one, as I say, the dark chocolate's just been diluted really, needlessly. Yeah, either needed to be a stronger dark chocolate, or just not have the vanilla extract in it. I'm not sure which one. So I think, yeah, I don't know. It's okay. It's not bad, but I think it's probably. We're just trying to think. What? It's very difficult to rate some of these things, because obviously you've got sort of like is it an average taste? Is it below average? I'm not really sure. I don't know. Yeah, it's either 3 or 2.5. I think it's okay. I think maybe it's a 2.5, maybe a 3. I think I'm going to say 2.5 out of 5. I think just because it's not. I think if it was a 3 out of 5, I'd expect to have a dark chocolate taste really. At the very least, and just something along those lines. It's nice though, but I just don't feel like it quite works, which is a shame. A real shame that. But there we go. Just doesn't quite work basically. So I can't really give it a 3 out of 5 if it doesn't work. So yeah, it's just, as I say, the ingredients don't work too well together. That vanilla extract, I think, is making a difference. Yeah, I'm quite sure it is really. But yeah, it's not bad. But it's not. I can't give it a 3 out of 5 if it doesn't work as a product. So shame that one. Shame. Yeah. Oh, Henry. Yeah, you were shocked to find Cadbury Budbeer last week. Yes, but most of them are on the shelf. Yes, those are the full-size ones that you're reviewing now. Okay. All right. Yes. Okay. They're hard to eat though. It doesn't break in sections. Yeah, they've got those weird bubbly things. Yeah, I know. I don't like the way they do that. It looks nice though. But yes, I do know what you mean. Yeah, I don't know if they still do. Do they still do them here? I'm not sure if the product going out or not, because basically, Milka do a bubbly, and Cadbury stopped doing the Whisper a few years back, and replaced it with the bubbly, because they basically just rebranded the Milka range essentially, but with perhaps Cadbury's chocolate. But they brought back Whisper now a few years back, quite a long time, and I think they've kind of petered off with the bubbly side. So I'm not sure if they still. Well, they must, can't they? Yeah, I don't know. Odd one, that one. Yeah, but a nice one really. It's a nice one, but as you say, I'm not sure about the shape's a bit. Yeah, I don't know. They look nice, but they don't work very well as to actually actually eat them, do they? So I do know what you mean there. What do you mean though? Do you actually quite like them? By the way, you bought most of them though. Yeah, it's quite. Let's just get rid of these chocolate bits if I can. Trying to do it in a clever way, but it's not worked. I just have to. It goes everywhere. Actually, this chocolate. I just noticed. Problem with reviewing all this stuff, it just goes everywhere when you snap it and things. You don't really notice it normally. Okay, I'll just wipe it off into the bowl I've got down here. Come prepared now, and I didn't used to be prepared in the early days of doing these reviews, but nowadays I have a cloth and a bowl to put all the excess bits in. 2 bowls actually. One to put the cloth in after I've wiped it, the rest of it into the other bowl and stuff like that. So, so I'm prepared now. So otherwise I was putting the cloth in the bowl with all the bits and it was just getting covered in bits. Okay, right, so let's have a look then. So what have we got next? Yeah, I feel we'll alternate for these things. I say got quite a lot here to go through. Yeah, what about this then? Yes. Handmade white chocolate honeycomb. Look at that, yeah. Crisp honeycomb wrapped in Belgian white chocolate. Yeah, look at that. That looks very... These look very nice, don't they? Yeah, these look very nice. Has to be said. Nice little box container here. White chocolate covered honeycomb, it says. Honeycomb 60%. White chocolate 40%. So that's good. It adds up to 100%, which is really good. That's useful. None of these things often don't. So 400 grams, 459 calories. 14 grams of fat, 8.9 which are saturates. And per quarter of the pack, 115 calories, 3.6 grams of fat, 2.2 which are saturates. Not sure how many is in the pack, does it say? 4 servings. So one of them, I guess, well, I don't know, is a serving 1, do you think? Maybe it's 2. I imagine it's probably 2 of them. I imagine there'll be 8 in the pack. That's my prediction. Not too bad. Packed in UK for Asda. 100% of soy sauce cocoa. Again, I would look up what that actually means. 100% is a bold claim. If you're not 100% happy, okay, there we go, get in touch. And the colour code at the bottom. But not very nice. Quite plain on the sides though. I would have expected something maybe on the side. Not too bad. A passion for quality. There we go, yeah. They look very nice, these ones, don't they? White chocolate honeycomb as well. Unusual that for super vegetarians. Cocoa Horizons. 100 grams. And that's the 100% sustainably sourced cocoa. You can go into Cocoa Horizons if you want. Okay, let's go down. I think these look very interesting. White chocolate as well as unusual combination with honeycomb. So I'm quite excited for these ones. I think these could be very distinct. Yeah. Yeah, as I said, I don't think I've ever had white chocolate honeycomb before. So yeah, these ones look very good. Oh, bit of a sneeze. That's me. I sneezed a couple of times there. Sorry for that. Right, I'll just adjust the brightness. Nice if it's adjusted. I don't know. Maybe one day maybe I could get a super duper camera that would be all singing or dancing. Maybe, I'm not sure. Okay, there we go. See if it adjusts itself. A bit more natural. There you go. That's a bit better, isn't it? Okay, yeah. All right. Let's give these an open then. Let's see. So it's got like a tab affair at the top, which I guess we'll use. Not sure. There we go. Okay, yeah. I think I should reseal them. So is the 4 or is the 8 in here? My prediction was 8. I think yeah. They look a bit. I don't know. Not quite as well through the bag. They don't look quite as appealing as they did on the front. Massive bag in here. So I reckon there'd be 8 of them. Let's find out. I guess there's roughly 8. I think one's broken up into a few pieces. Yeah, so there was 8. So 2 of these. Each one's about 55 calories basically. Well, yeah, 57.5. Okay, so I've got a nice white chocolate smell coming from them, must be said. Yeah, very nice white chocolate smell. Yeah. It's very white chocolatey, and you can see the honeycomb coming through now. Unfortunately, I'd say these look to have broken before they were packed because they're covered in white chocolate. There you go. So you can see not really particular shapes. I don't think there's any. I can't really. Well, I could measure these, but there'll be nothing to be gained from it because they're all just random sizes. It does make it hard to determine what a serving is, though. I think probably one chunk of an average size. You can see the honeycomb coming through here. See if it will adjust a bit better on the camera. There we go. Yeah, these do look quite indulgent. They look very nice, these actually. You can see the small bits there. Honeycomb there, yeah. Very nice. Did we review a honeycomb thing last week? I feel like we did. I can't remember what it was though. What did we review last week? Was it the I can't remember what it was now. Reviewed something last week, I can't think what it was. I'm sure I had honeycomb involved with it. Yeah, alright, never mind. What was the last review last week? Honestly, I can't even remember what we reviewed last week now. It's gone so quickly. Was it Mosa Roth special? No, Aldi special. Sainsbury's special? I can't remember what it was. Oh well, I seem to recall there being honeycomb at some point involved with it, but maybe I'm wrong. Now, let's see if we can cut one of these a bit then, just so we can see the honeycomb in a bit better light. It's going to be quite difficult to cut one of these. Yeah, it's weird because I can't feel the aero of a bubbly because I feel the chocolate's richer and not creamier than aero. Usually for me that's a good thing. Yeah, maybe it's just the aero section is small. I know what you mean actually, Rick. I feel like it's... I know what you mean. It's hard to put your finger on it. I feel like it's just that it's not really a proper Cadbury's product. I know what you mean. It's just not right, is it? It just doesn't quite work. I feel like the... I don't know. There's just something not quite right about it. I don't know what you mean. I'm not a massive aero person, but like you say, I feel like I know what to expect from aero. Whereas with the Cadbury bubbly one, I'm not sure. Yeah, I think Whisper definitely the way to go forward if you can. The way to go if you can find that. Yeah, it does look quite nice. Yes, because it's quite pale on the inside there. It's more darker on the outside. Bit of a pale honeycomb. So it looks like it's covered in something after the... Oh, I don't really know really. But maybe it's just been baked or something. But you can see they're clearly different than the inside. But yeah, looks very interesting, this one. I think white chocolate covered honeycomb is very unusual as well. I've never seen that before. Let's lift myself up then, give this a taste. I'm quite excited for this. Yeah, I think these will be quite unusual and distinct. Let's just adjust the camera again. I was considering reviewing these individually really, and I don't know, it's just got such a backlog. I just can't review everything unfortunately, so I just have to say, well, you know what? Some things I've just got to review, you know. Yeah, okay. Right, let's give this a go then. Give it a taste. Yeah, excited for this. Let's see. Interesting. Normally, it's usually milk chocolate with honeycomb. White chocolate definitely gives you a distinct flavour. It's very different. Interesting, this one. Honeycomb's not bad as well. I'm sure we reviewed something last week where the honeycomb was too cheap. Oh yeah, I think it was we did the Korean special, wasn't it, last week? I knew it. I couldn't remember. I knew it was something special. I couldn't think what it was at all. My brain's just not with it. We did the honeycomb one last week, didn't we? It was the it was those Korean specific treats, wasn't it? But they were quite chewy. I remember now. Yes. Honeycomb. Caught in my throat there. Yes, that was it. These ones have gone sort of they've condensed really a lot when you bite them, like honeycomb normally does that. They were more like a strong toffee honeycomb last week, I remember. I believe it feels like it was weeks ago when we did that Korean special already now. I can't believe it really. These ones are quite interesting. Yeah, the honeycomb, I say, condenses to small little bits in your mouth, like honeycomb generally does. White chocolate's okay. It's not the blaze sauce, so it's not the best white chocolate ever, but it does give a sort of a very unique taste because you don't normally have white chocolate honeycomb. I'm not sure it works perfectly, but it's interesting. It gives you a sort of very creamy accompaniment to the honeycomb, which I say you don't normally get. I'm not sure what to make of it. I don't think it's amazing. I think it's just different. I think it will largely depend on just how much you love white chocolate, really. I'm not sure it works brilliantly well together. I think it's a bit like white chocolate and Maltesers as well. I don't think that works very well together either. I'm not sure this works very well either, but I don't dislike it. Put that on the box. I don't dislike it. I feel like it's interesting. It's interesting. I quite like the way they've done this because it's definitely unique and not normal. You know, it's a different. You don't normally get this combination. I quite like that. But I don't really think it works too well. I don't think the flavours really accompany each other very well. The honeycomb and the white chocolate. I think the white chocolate's a bit too. It doesn't contrast well enough with the sweetness of the honeycomb. It's a bit. I don't know. I don't dislike it though, but I just don't think it works. It's a bit like the Malteser white chocolate. So like I say, so again, it's a bit like the other one. Just doesn't quite work. I think this one's a bit of an interesting one, but yeah, I think this one. Yeah, it's a difficult one, this one. I feel like I don't think it's quite in the same league as not working like the other one. I think the other one just intrinsically was altered to make it not work. Whereas this one, I think it's just, I'm not sure if it works. Yeah, yeah, generally, I don't know. It's a hard one to say really because I'm trying to think. I feel like what is the average chocolate? You know, what is a 3 out of 5? You know, is it something that's I feel like if something just doesn't really work, you can't really give it a 3 out of 5. I mean, but then if something did work, would it just be a 3 out of 5? I'm not sure. It's a very difficult balance that, and I'm not sure what the answer to it is really. I think it's just got to be what I determine on the day really. But at the end of the day, it's not bad, this one. I think if you really massively like white chocolate, you might be able to add half a star to a star on this. But I think for me, it's a 2.5 out of 5. Again, I think it just doesn't quite work. I think it's just not a combination that works well together. But it's nice. I say, don't forget that really, I can't just give everything a 3 out of 5, which means everything's just average, you know, because it still tastes nice. The average chocolate will taste nice, you know. So the baseline for a 3 out of 5 is not something that's, you know, boring and rubbish. It's something that's just, you know, just a nice chocolate that you would have quite happily. Whereas this one, I feel like it's just not quite working. It's quite interesting to taste, but it just doesn't quite work. So I don't think I can really just say it's a 3 out of 5. I think you try it once and you think, yeah, it's not bad, but you'd probably never have it again. Basically, you know. Yeah. No whisper there for sure, you say, Rick. Can you get Postman Pat to send some? Honestly. Yeah, it's a shame that. Yeah, it's a real shame that, really. I mean, I guess they might just go in sort of batches of things, really. That might be what it is, you know. It might be one of those, really. Yeah, difficult one. Yeah, maybe I'll have to send you some stuff myself. Maybe I'll have to do that as well, Rick, or something. I'll get in touch there in Discord or something like that to send you a couple of things. But the only problem is, of course, is I have to be careful with this because I can't really be sending everyone who sends me stuff back. That's the problem, you see. So, you know, I'm trying to watch out about that. Because, of course, it's okay for, you know, just one-way thing. But, yeah, so I'm trying to be careful because I don't want to set people's expectations a bit too much, really. Oh, dear. Well, there we go. Yeah, honestly. But, yes. But perhaps I could do that. So, yeah, just to give you a couple of samples of it. But yeah, not bad, those ones. But as I say, I just feel like you just don't quite work. It's a curio, that one. You'd have it once. I think you'd be quite happy. I mean, if you're a massive white chocolate fan and honeycomb fan, you might obviously view that a bit differently. But I think generally that just doesn't quite work, you know. But there we go. Not bad, though. Not bad. Okay, right. So let's see. What should we go for next? Let's see. Okay, yeah, we'll go. We'll tell you what we'll do. We'll go for the opposite now. We'll go for the milk chocolate version, salted honeycomb this time. So crisp salted honeycomb wrapped in Belgian milk chocolate. So this one could be something a bit special. You know, it's got the same packaging. You know, a bit bland on the packaging, but not too bad here. Can't get that Postman Pat song out of my head yet. And his black and white cat. Early in the morning. I don't know what the rest of it is. Something without warning, maybe? I don't know. Honest to God. Yeah, I do like Postman Pat and Thomas the Tank Engine as well, of course. That's what I grew up on. Transformers, of course, as well. Sea salt honeycomb, 60%. Yeah, there we go. Milk chocolate, 40%. Milk size, 20% minimum. Cocoa size, 33% minimum. Yeah, there we are. Not too bad. So no, can't see any palm oil in it, which is good. Make it taste of nuts and peanuts, no artificial colours, flavours or hydrogenated fats. So per 100 grams, 476 calories, 18 grams of fat, 11 which are saturates. So per quarter of a pack, 119 calories, 4.5 grams of fat, 2.7 which are saturates. There we go. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, clearly for the white chocolate, it doesn't say cocoa solids, whatever in there, but yeah, slightly more calories than the milk chocolate version, more fat. There we go. All right, interesting. Yeah, this one, I think this one might work better. Really, it's going to be, as it's got the added sort of excitement of the salt flavour as well, which I think is quite interesting. Yeah, if I sort of, yes, I'll send you something through though, Rick. I will do. Yes, so just as I say, I can't promise to do all the time, as I say, because I don't know when it will become unfeasible to keep going. And the postage costs in the UK are ridiculous as well at the moment. It's just ridiculous to send stuff. It's, yeah. But no, yeah. Well, I'll get in touch on Discord about that, and I will send you some stuff because you sent me a load of nice things. So yeah, it'd be good to send you something back. Transformers for sure, the classic one, and Voltron. Yes, I never saw Voltron much. I wish I had done. Transformers I saw a lot of, and GoBots. Yeah, there we go. But yes, yeah, I was a big fan of Transformers, to be honest with you. I do like in the '86 film as well. Okay, let's give these an open then. Oop. Let's see. Right, I think we've adjusted the brightness there. Okay, all right. Okay, let's give these an open then. Let's see, got the nice flap as well at the top, which is good. Used to be lots of good cartoons in the 80s. I don't know, it's one of those, isn't it? You always prefer the stuff that's, you know, you grew up with or whatever. I'm not really sure that cartoon movies are quite as good as when it was in the 80s, because there was so much variety of stuff and so many different things. Here we go now. So these ones look a bit more uniform for sure, don't they? The other ones looked a bit more all over the place. These ones look a bit more uniform. I seem to have a bit more of these ones as well. So clear, defined ones. Those were a bit big and chunky. These ones definitely a bit more normal. Okay, but they are all round, well, you know, not uniform shapes. Very similar to those ones we saw a few months ago with those sort of honeycomb chunks. But I think these ones will be nice. Yeah. The thing is, in a newer movie, I know I hate that, and I hate the way you can't talk as well, and all this nonsense. I'm not a fan of these new films at all. Bayformers, we call them basically. I just don't like them at all. He's not a BW. He can't talk. He's like a dog in it, isn't he? As well, he's like a pet. I just you know, not a fan at all. The thing is, in the actual cartoons, well, Bumblebee wasn't really the main character. He was one of them. We used to have Spider-Man's voice. Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. It was the same guy. I don't know if you ever saw that as well. And Frank Welker did a lot of the voices. He does what's his face in Scooby-Doo? What's he called? I forgot his name. It's not Eddie, is it? What's his name? The blonde-haired guy. I forgot his name now. Yeah, can't remember. Can't remember his name. What's he called? Anyway, but yeah, he did Iceman's voice, and he does loads of voices. He does Megatron's voice. In the original Transformers, Soundwaves as well. Does all sorts. Yeah, loads of voices. You know, he's done more voices, I think, in various films than anyone else, I think, because he just does loads of random voices. Yeah, Soundwave as well. Yeah, I know. I don't know. Yeah, don't like Michael Bay at all. Yeah, he just can't believe how to destroy a franchise. You know. Yeah, it's such a shame, really. But again, it's just for the modern day kids, isn't it? You know. It's frustrating, that, isn't it? But they obviously didn't watch it originally. Yeah, it's a bit of a shame. But it's just stupid films as well. You know, that's what I don't that's what I don't like. Why did you just remake the '86 film? I mean, that's all they had to do, and I'd be very happy. But you know, it's live action. There we go. Yeah, it's such a good concept as well. You know, with giant planet-eating robot. You know, just ridiculous. But there we go. Got some amazing one-liners in it as well, and some amazing fight scenes. There you go. You can see the honeycomb there. Again, it's got the same thing. That's a bit. I love this one. Love it when they get joined together like that. Yeah, it's not quite as dark. It's a bit lighter, I think. This a bit darker as honeycomb than the white chocolate one. It's interesting. Yeah. But this one should be a bit more excited with the salty flavour. Let's give this one a lift up. Let's have a see. Okay. Yeah, Peter Cullen it was, yes. Yeah, and he did Venger in Dungeons and Dragons as well. I don't know if you remember Dungeons and Dragons. But yeah, at least they've still used it. I think they had to, really. I think they had to use him, really, because he is an icon, isn't he, for Optimus Prime. But yeah. But didn't use Frank Welker, which was Megatron for Megatron in the original ones, which was really annoying. But he had like a modified voice, and I think he couldn't remember what the modification was, so he couldn't perfectly do the voice again. But he did voice, I think, Soundwave in the films, I think. Although it's a random, yeah, so a bit of a shame that, but there we go. Yeah, but it's a shame that it's such a good voice, Megatron's original voice. Okay, let's give this a go. So salted honeycomb, milk chocolate on the outside. Let's give it a taste. Yeah, this one works a lot better. And the white chocolate with the other one just didn't work with the honeycomb, and it just detracted from it. Yeah, this just works a lot better. This I can't. It's funny. You just taste the difference immediately. It just seems to just work better. This is actually quite nice. This, yeah. The salt flavour is not too prominent. It's a bit. There's a slight saltiness to it, but it's not too much. But just generally, the milk chocolate just works so much better with the honeycomb. You can just tell the difference straight away. You know, the other one, you taste it and you think, well, it's not quite right, that, I don't quite understand it. But as soon as you taste this one, it just works perfectly. It just really blends well together, the milk chocolate and the honeycomb. It's just so much better. Yes. The Guided Octopus was doing a Voltron voice back in, and also, yeah, no neck in the show ratings, I believe. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. They did all the voices then. There was like about 4 or 5 different people that were basically in all the cartoons in the 80s. Those two included, as well as the guy who did Bumblebee's voice. And perhaps a couple of others as well. Chris Latter, who did the Cobra Commander in Action Force or G.I. Joe. It's called Action Force in the UK. And also did Starscream's voice as well in Transformers and Wheeljacks. Yeah. These are very nice, these ones, actually. This, as I say, just shows the difference. These are very good, yeah. So that salty flavour is quite subtle. But it's it just adds a bit of depth to it, but it's not. I don't know if you'd miss it if it wasn't there, but it just gives it a little bit of extra stuff. Yeah. Now these ones are very nice, and it just shows the difference actually with the white chocolate one. If you didn't have them back to back, I would be, you know, I'd be thinking, yeah, I can't quite put my finger on that white chocolate one. I'm being too harsh, but it clearly just doesn't work. Whereas this one, it's like that saying the Maltesers and the white chocolate and milk chocolate versions. This one just works so much better, so much nicer. To the point where I'm now thinking I overrated the white chocolate ones. Well, I was a bit worried I was underrating them. Yeah, these are very nice, these. So the salted flavour just adds a bit of something else. It's not really that prominent. You can't taste it too much. It's very subtle. But it is there and it's nice. No, I like these a lot. I've been a good 4.5. I think they're going to be. I can't do if I give them a 4.5. It's close. Very nice though. Yeah, really nice. Just lovely honeycomb. It's just a nice crunch. But I say it dissolves in your mouth. Works well with the milk chocolate. The saltiness gives it a bit of an extra oomph as well. I don't quite. It's almost a 4.5. I think it's going to stick with a 4. I think it's very nice, those ones. Lovely. Yeah. Just worked really well, and it just. And I'm glad actually, because it it just shows, because as I say, the white chocolate one, because you don't have them in isolation. I just think, you know, it just doesn't quite work. But you know, you've not had the other ones to compare to, but having these straight after, yeah, it just shows that I'm confident with what I said with the white chocolate ones. These are just so much nicer. Really are, just on another level completely. The white chocolate just doesn't work with it, to the point, as I say, where if anything I'd be tempted to say that the white chocolate one's actually 2 out of 5 now, rather than 2.5. But yeah, very nice, those, very nice indeed. Yeah, very nice indeed. Yeah, I love all the 80s cartoons. Yeah, I'm a bit of an 80s cartoon fan, has to be said, you know. when I was growing up, of course, so I had all the as I say, Mask as well was another one, wasn't it? You know, all these. Just, yeah, good. In the UK, I had a few random ones as well, like Count Duckula and what was the other one? Danger Mouse and all this, that, and the other. You know, just it's just stupid ones really in the UK. Yeah. Had some about the groceries. No worries, Joe. No worries. Everything all right? You missed a couple of good honeycomb ones. I think you would have liked. Maybe worth you catching up those later. Yeah, they were very interesting. Those. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, you know what show. Actually, Bobby was kind of a big character in the animation because he was a friend of the dad and son. Yes, yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, Spike and Sparkplug, wasn't it? Yeah, yeah. So he did a bit. Yeah, he was a bit. Yes. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, he was a bit. Yeah, they kind of you know, it was a funny one, but these kind of all sort of did a bit, didn't they? That was the thing. It wasn't as main as the films made him out to be. But I don't know if you saw in the film as well, yeah, where they were on Moonbase. Was it Moonbase 2 or something? Yeah, Bumblebee and Spike were on there as well. So yeah. Anyways, yeah. What did you buy then, Joe? Anything interesting? Any nice chocolate stuff? Was it all? I imagine it's quite healthy stuff for you. I know what you're like. You're a bit more healthy than me for sure. Yeah, Thundercats as well. I do like Thundercats. Yeah, I do like Thundercats a lot, and I want to watch more of them actually. They did a reboot of it in the early or late 2000s, didn't they? I think, and it seemed to look quite good, really, but got cancelled, I think. But that was another good one. Yeah, I did quite like the theme tune, of course, is very famous, famous for that. Yeah, I think I did have a few action figures back in the day. Right, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll let's see where we yes. We'll give this an open. Let's see if we won the prize. Why not? Don't think we will have done, but we'll give it an open. Can anyone manage to do a drum roll? I can't really do it without my keyboard nearby, unfortunately. It doesn't keep my most frequently used ones nearby. So anyone can do a drum roll, feel free to do it. I don't think I can do it though, unfortunately, unless I spent quite a while trying to find the instruments section. Can't even do it. I don't even know where the instrument section is on this. It's not very overly well laid out. Oh, never mind. It's only a fake drum roll, isn't it, really? But yeah, if anyone can do it, if anyone can throw a few drum roll emojis, feel free. But if you can't, don't worry about it. But yeah, let's see how we do. Let's have a look then. So we'll opens halfway up as well as usual. So let's say it's half and half. So they're usually quite clever with how they do it now. So it will open up halfway across, hopefully. So you won't open at the seam. Well, it's open at the seam. No, that's open at the seam. Well, there we go. That's a quick one. Yeah. It literally opened at the seam, this one, and yeah, we've not won. Okay. Oh, well, that was a bit of a... Was it quite... Didn't have the suspense as normal there. I assume that's a seam anyway. I think it is, yeah. Oh, well. No, we've not won. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, well. No, it was never likely. It was never likely, was it? But there we go. Oh, well. That's the day job again for another week. Okay, just a regular supermarket. Yeah, no worries, Jerry. Yes, well, I hope you got some nice stuff for to treat yourself with later. I'm sure you did. Okay, let's have a look at this dark chocolate orange then. Yes, or orange dark chocolates. Yes. Voltron, the 5-line version and the vehicle Voltron spin-off. Yeah, there's a website that does that. I thought it's called Toy Galaxy, I think it's called, Rick. If you look out for that, they did like a history of Voltron just the other week actually, and they were talking about all the spin-offs and why it happened and this, that, and the other. It's quite interesting. Yeah, if you search for Toy Galaxy on YouTube. Yeah, they do. There are all sorts of basically lots of 80s stuff, but also and they just talk about why what it was. It's quite a lot of detail. It's worth watching. Yeah. Yeah, Cabela's customers these days, Joker TV. Yeah, and it's one of those, isn't it? It's one of those. Yeah. I mean, the thing is though, Joe, it's like we always have a bit of a bias where the things we watch are always better, isn't it? And so I often wonder whether that's the case or not really. But I do know what you mean. They don't. Yeah, there seems to be so much rubbish really. But as I say, maybe it's just a generational thing. I don't know. Worrying really when that's the case, isn't it? It's like your parents when they never liked your music when you were listening to it, and now it's kind of the other way around. Yeah, no luck on the egg. I know. This is the thing on the advertising campaign, Rick, and I can imagine you'd be like this when they've won. They're there staring at this half and half, and when they want to eat it, and they can't because it's worth like £10,000 or something. But yeah. So that's the problem. If you did win, you couldn't eat what you'd got. Okay, so we've got another one here. So let's see what this one's like. Subtle bitter notes with waves of vibrant citrus. Blend of the finest cocoa beans. 52% again. Let's see if this one works. Hopefully it's got no vanilla extract in, but I reckon maybe with orange it might work a bit better. We've got the old produced using a blend of the finest cocoa beans. This rich and fruity dark chocolate is then laced with zesty orange oil for delightful citrus infusions. Okay, so it's not bits this time. Dark orange with orange oil, or dark chocolate with orange oil rather. Orange oil, vanilla extract. It's got vanilla in it again, which is a shame. But as I say, it's infused with orange oil this time, so the taste is going to be different. 100 grams, 554 calories. 35 grams of fat, 21 of which are saturates. And per fifth of a pack, 111 calories rather. 7 grams of fat, 4.2 of which are saturates. So that's basically, is it 1 square, did we say? It's 100 grams. Work with UTZ. Is that any of it? Yeah, okay. Alright, looks quite nice, very orangey, I think you'd say. That's the reason why you don't watch modern movies anymore. There is a lot of rubbish, has to be said. They just remake things as well nowadays, which is unusual. They're just remaking stuff, which is very strange, which is, nice for nostalgia reasons, but they never quite get them right, so, yeah. I was hoping that the line and vehicle bots would fight each other. Did they do some kind of spin-off? I mean, I can't remember now. I'm not sure. I'd say I'm not an expert. I know they did some kind of one where I thought they did one where they joined together. I can't remember. Yeah, in some movie storyline. Yeah, I see. It would be good to, if they did things like that. I know what you mean. I always kind of wish for these crossovers. They did do some random crossovers in some of them. Remember in the Transformers comics, Spider-Man appeared, and I think they did some like G.I. Joe crossover as well with Transformers, which was a bit bizarre, but I'm sure they did it. Yeah. There we go. Yes. But the funny thing about the Transformers toys, they're all like, yeah, they transferred from one toy line, from like the Japanese. Like there was two toy lines, with the Diaclone toy line, and I think it was something Robo toy line or something, and they basically just rebranded the Transformers into those from those toy lines. So you did have one called Jetfire, and he was basically like a Macross toy. Yeah, I mean, he was just, and for copyright reasons, he was called like different names in the series and things. It was interesting. Yeah. So let's move myself down to Taste Gives Ones a go. And then it was like when the movie came, that's why all the originals were like metal and things, like die-cast or whatever. But then the later ones were all plastic because they were the ones that were specifically Transformers ones. And you see some of them had like little cockpits for pilots and things as well in the early Transformers, where it's just completely different toy lines, cockpits for little humans rather. So there were some episodes. Okay, I thought I did. Yeah, from that history thing, I did seem to think there might have been. Yeah, okay. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, maybe one day I'll have to try and get into that. Have you read the book Ready Player One, Rick? It's about you as well, Jar. But I definitely recommend reading that book. The film, it's okay. It's okay, but the book I really recommend. It's just really, really good. The film was just a pale comparison, as they always are often in the films of a book, but in this case specifically, so it just didn't really capture the book at all. Whereas the book is really good, especially if you're born in the 80s. It's really a book for. It's really, I really recommend it. I can't recommend it enough. Actually, it's such a good book. Okay, I can open this. Especially since you're a fan of Voltron as well. There's specific references to Voltron in it that are quite good. Okay, so it's got those lines in again. I don't know where these lines coming from at all, because it's not on the chocolate itself. Let's see if we've got the same design again. Looks like we do. So it's not like the other one was trying to be a representation of raspberry or anything like that. Looks like it's just a design on these ones. I guess they have to have something, but you'd think it'd be something a bit more specific to what it is, but there we go. Yeah, quality toys nowadays. Yeah, it is all plastic and things. Yeah. It's a shame. Yeah, and the book's always usually better. It's one of those, and just because you can spend more time and things, the film has to condense it and appeal to more people. But it's just a shame when he just miss bits out when you do an adaptation of books. They just make them just basically worse. But they do have to appeal to different people, because you're going to get the people who like the books watching them anyway. So they know that, which is a shame. And then they want other people as well. So Okay, there we go. It's got the same design. Yeah, it's a subtle design, has to be said. I feel like it could be something maybe a bit more special, but like Joe said before, it does look a bit elegant. It's curved up a bit there. You can notice that. Doesn't really have a orangey smell coming from it. This has a bit of a dark chocolate smell. Give it a bit of a quick measure, shall we? Let's say it's not really too. Yeah, it's a bit bent up. About 8.5 centimetres on the top, on the bottom. About 18.7, 18.8, 18.8 I think. And the width at the top, about 8.8. But the width at the bottom, about 9.1. Now we'll just measure the height. 5.4 in between. About 4 millimeters. 5.4 millimeters and to about 3.8. Yeah, there we go. Now, so it's not going to have any bits in it, this one, so we can snap it, but it's just going to be, there's not going to be anything in it. Yeah, so there we go. So, yeah, but well, there's just no real orange smell. Maybe there's slightly something, but I don't know. Seems to be little bits in there, doesn't it? I don't know what they are. Maybe just cocoa-y bits or something. But yeah, it just says it's orange oil, so yeah. Yeah. Looks like a door of a modern house. I do know what you mean with that sort of, that symbol. I know what you mean, yes. It looks quite nice, really. It does look quite nice. I just wish it was kind of a bit more pertinent to it, you know what I mean? But yeah, I'll zoom up a bit and we'll show you it again when it's a bit more clear. Yeah, it's a nice shirt. It's just quite generic, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's just, I feel like they felt like they had to put something in. You would have thought they could have put, like, I don't know, but it's obviously just to save money. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, there we go. Yeah, or door panel at least. Yeah, so there we are. All right, let's give it a bit of a taste. Let's give it a go. So let's say vanilla extract in this one. Not sure how that will work, but it does have orange oil in it, so it's kind of a bit different than the other one. So, but again, dark chocolate. I don't know. I feel like they've just made these dark chocolate just to make them sound more exciting and more elegant than they are. More sort of, you know, give them an air of quality. Whereas if it was milk chocolate, they wouldn't. But I just don't think they're very suited to dark chocolate, these flavours. But we'll see. Let's give it a go. Interesting one, this one. I'm not really getting much orange taste at all in this. There's a bit of a very small zing to it, but if you had this and didn't know it was meant to be orange, I don't think you would say it was an orange flavoured chocolate. This is bizarre, this one. It doesn't really taste of orange chocolate at all. And it's not really that great a dark chocolate either, because there's, again, I think it must be that vanilla extract. It's just not got a strong dark chocolate taste. It's like when we reviewed the it was the Sainsbury's ones 2 or 3 weeks ago. Well, there was 2 of them. The Sainsbury's one had like a sort of like milk in it, basically a dark chocolate milk in it, and they had like their sort of budget range, or their sort of branded budget range, where it's called Lovett's or something. It had no milk in it, and it was a weaker dark chocolate, but it tasted more dark chocolatey than the milk one. Even though that was like 50% and the non-milk one was 40%, you know, cocoa solids, whatever. And this one, again, it doesn't taste like dark chocolate. It's like it's been diluted, and it doesn't taste like orange either, and it's bizarre, really. I mean, it's clearly, I mean, look at it, you know. I would expect that to taste of orange. I mean, you know, when you have things like Terry's chocolate orange, which has orange oil in it, it has more of an orange taste than this. This just doesn't have an orange taste at all. I mean, there's just no orange taste to it. And it doesn't taste of dark chocolate either, because, as I say, it's been, you know, I guess it must be that vanilla extract. I mean, because you can't even taste the orange oil. I don't think it can be that. Yeah. Well, this one, yeah, I don't know. The other one at least had the raspberry parts in it, but this one doesn't even have that in. It doesn't have the orange flavour at all. This one's pretty poor, this, actually. I mean, it doesn't taste like 52% dark chocolate, and it's got no orange taste to it at all. It's a pretty poor one, this one. I don't think... It's not horrible or anything, you know what I mean? But it's just... It fails on pretty much every level, doesn't it? It doesn't taste like dark chocolate. It doesn't taste like orange. So it doesn't taste like orange dark chocolate. It just tastes of nothing, really, you know. I mean, if you're going to say what type of chocolate it was, you would definitely say it's dark chocolate over milk chocolate. No, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't have a nice dark chocolate taste to me. I mean, now that is subjective, of course. There might be people like really weak dark chocolates, but again, I would argue that there's better ways to have dark chocolate. It's more substantial and nicer ways to have dark chocolate than that. And if you're going to have a dark chocolate orange, you'll just go for Terry's dark chocolate orange for sure. That just knocks this out of the water by miles. You know, this just doesn't really... There's just nothing going for this one. So it's not horrible, so I can't give it a 1 out of 5, but it's 1.5 out of 5. It's just really poor. It's just a really poor product, that. Yeah, really poor, that one. Yeah, just a really poor product, that. Really poor. Yeah, it's a shame, that one, but yeah, there's not really much more I can say about that. It just does say, it doesn't taste like dark chocolate, it doesn't taste like orange. So yeah, there's nothing more to say on that one. Yes, do you need another garlic bread to give you a burst of energy? I know. I've still got that other one, actually. Yes, I've still got that other one. I know, honestly. I'm hoping I can try and get the proper review of that one done. Yes, I will hopefully get around to that at some point, Rick. Yeah, so I'm keeping it for that special occasion. Scotty, yeah, Scotty's disappeared recently. Yeah, I think he might be having a break. He does sometimes have a bit of a break, because he's quite frequent on online and things, but I think every now and again he just needs a bit of time off. So I think he's just had a bit of a break, which is fine, because he's quite prolific most times, really. So hopefully he's all right. But yeah, as I say, he did have a break a couple of months back, and I think he might be having another one. But he does often go out and about. But obviously, it has been pretty bad weather today, so I imagine he wouldn't have gone. He'd be very brave if he did go out, because he lives in down south where they're having most of the bad weather. So yeah, so I imagine he wouldn't have gone out in it, but who knows? Hopefully he's all right either way. But yeah, but QP's disappeared as well. Andrew Winter's disappeared a bit. You know, it's popping every now and again. But yeah, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just January, February. You know, it is a time where people tend to sort of, I don't know, not think of chocolate as much. So yeah, not sure. Could be that. Hopefully they'll turn up at some point. Hopefully, one of those, isn't it? Yeah, there's the worry about the channel, of course, because I do worry. You know, it's because I'm trying to sort of keep sort of have a community together of people, and of course, but it's difficult because obviously people, you know, the interests change or just priorities change and this and the other. So of course, you know, it's quite a small community anyway. It is quite a bit of an impact if people do leave and things, you know, or just don't, or have some time away. It is noticeable, which is good, I guess. That's what you want it to be. But yeah, it's obviously, you know, it's a shame because obviously people want to chat and things and stuff like that. But hopefully people will turn up again. Fingers crossed. Yeah, just found honey butter peanuts yesterday. Another honey butter product here. Almonds too. Goodness me. Yeah, goodness me. That honey stuff, I can't believe. I was telling someone about it last week actually as well. Just yeah, all this sort of honey. All this butter. Yeah, I think it was because they had their own honeybees basically. They make their own honey and things like this, including lip balms. Well, I got a lip balm from them. Yeah, and I was just telling them about this honey butter and particularly butter, you know, infused products that you sent me. How crazy it was. People think of Choc 24/7 there, do they really? I thought wouldn't be as bad in Brazil. I thought people would be a bit more healthy there, but yeah, I think people probably do here as well, really. But there we go. Yeah. All right. Yes. Okay, so I'm not sure about these ones. Let's give these a go though. Pink Prosecco Gourmet Marshmallows. Fluffy small batch mallows blended with a splash of Prosecco. Alright. I'm not a big alcohol person. Just say it contains alcohol. So I'm not sure I like these ones. Got the same batch as well. They're just marshmallows, these ones. The 5 servings again, 400 grams, 347 calories. Not much fat, less than half a gram of fat, and less than 0.1 of which is saturates. And per fifth of a pack, 69 calories. And again, same with the fats and saturates, less than half a gram, and less than 0.1 of which are saturates. 100 grams in there. Flavoured marshmallow with Prosecco. Sugar, invert sugar syrup, water, beef gelatin, so not super vegetarians these. Prosecco 1%. Alright, so I'm not sure marshmallows are my favourite. I don't think these are going to be for me, these, basically. Yeah. What is Prosecco? It's a kind of cheap wine, basically. You see that picture there? I think it's like popular with, I think, you know, well, I mean, I don't want to stereotype anyone, but I think it seems to be popular with women, basically, like young women going out on nights out. I think it's like a cheap champagne, I think. I'm not really sure. Yeah, I think that's the gist of it. No fat at all, I know. Yeah, there's something about them, which is odd when you think it's got gelatin. And I would have thought gelatin would be fat, but I guess it isn't. Yeah, so I guess that's about them. I'd say not super vegetarians, these. An interesting one. I'm not sure these will be for me. As I said, if they're flavoured with something else, I might like these, but yeah, not sure. Alright, let's give them an open then. Oof, wow, they don't look very yeah, still in date, March 2022. But they certainly look they don't look as nice as on the front, do they? They look very yellow. Yeah, wow. They don't look very appealing at all, these. Look at these. They just look like very... They look more pink on the camera, actually, than they do in reality. Wow, they look very yellow. They're not very appealing at all, these. Yeah. I say, in hand, they look a lot brighter on the camera, at least on my camera that I can see. But in hand, they look very dark, and I mean, I don't know if I can show you the difference. Yeah, I can't. I want to show you how yellow they are. They're really not pink at all. They look a bit pink, but they're really quite yellow. in hand, and it's just not showing at all there. I can't. So I can. There you go. That's a bit better, isn't it? You can see how yellow, like a browny, musky. Yeah. Don't know. They're not appealing. I would definitely. Well, they're yeah. Oh dear. All right. What have I got myself into? Is the question here. All right. Well, anyway. Well, they should be okay. Apparently, they're still in date. An entire sparkling white wine, one with bubbles, according to Oxford Learner's Dictionary. Okay, there we go. Yeah. I don't really. Yeah. I knew it was. Well, yeah. That's as. Yeah. Sounds about right to me. Had to look it up. Yeah. Yeah. That's basically what it is. That's what it is, Rick. Yeah. It must be a UK thing then. Yeah. I thought. I didn't realise it was. You know. But oh well. That's what we've got here. You can see the very springy, gelatiny. You know, I think the colour could be a lot better with these. They smell a bit like wine, or that sort of alcoholic smell. Oh dear. Well, let's give them a taste. I know what I'm going to give these already. I'm not a big fan of alcohol. They look atrocious. Yeah. Oh dear. Okay. Well, we'll go through the motions. We may as well do it. We were here, but yeah, these look very disappointing. I mean, they need to at least get the colour right. You know what I mean? But this brown, horrible brown colour. I don't know. Yeah, and they are in date, so I don't know why they're so weird. Okay. Well, if you don't hear from me ever again, you know why, I guess. Let's give them a go then. I'll just try a bit of it. Well, you know, not too bad actually. I mean, the colour, I think, you know, is definitely not a good thing. They're okay. They don't really taste like alcohol, to be honest with you. They just have a bit of a, you know, they're not. I would say there's basically better tastes, but they do taste a bit fruity, just like a sort of fruity foam that you get on the back of a Haribo or something like that. You like this kind of candy bar alcohol, yeah. I don't mind marshmallows generally. Fill them with something though, you know what I mean. But yeah, these are okay. These ones, I think they just don't look very good at all. But they taste reasonable. So yeah, just have a bit of a fruity. They don't really taste like alcohol. It's not like that sort of sharp alcohol taste that I'm not a fan of. I could probably eat these really, but as I said, I don't think I would because of the weird colorations to them. They just don't look very interesting, you know, to me. Especially when you know that they're like meat based, you just think, you know. But yeah, they're all right. I mean, you know, they don't taste particularly of alcohol. They have a sort of like a bit of a. They taste pink, if you know what I mean. I think that's the closest I can say about them. You know, just yeah, I'm not sure. They're all right. I don't know. I don't know how you could rate these. I mean, I'm just. I think for me, they just don't look very good. You know, they should be really pink, and as I say, not coming across as the real colour for the most part. But they're very brown. As I say, they just for some reason just on the camera they're coming across quite white, but they're not. The more that colour there, that sort of like skin colour almost. Don't know. Can't really show you the proper colour they are, but yeah. No, if you consider that this is pink, then that kind of gives you the idea. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, they're all right. They taste okay. They taste a bit like the foam back of a Haribo sweet, and they have a bit of a fruity taste. But I wouldn't say it's particularly alcohol or anything like that. I think for me they're just a bit of a miss all round. You know, they've got a fluffy marshmallow taste to them, but they're definitely not. They just don't look very good. I wouldn't say they particularly tasted prosecco specifically, because as I say, I think I wouldn't like them if they did. Yeah, so they're a bit disappointing. I think for me it's just 1.5 out of 5. I think they're just a bit off, those ones. They're just not quite right. I think the idea is there. I think if you open those, you'd be very disappointed. You'd be expecting something that looks quite nice, for the very least, and it just isn't. Yeah, so a bit horrible there. Yes, I'll say hi, Andrew. Yeah, didn't know you were about. Good to see you, Andrew. Hope you're doing okay. Yeah, glad to see you still lingering about. Yes, lurking. Roundabout generally true. Yesterday on the whim, bought the Asda orange dark chocolate you reviewed. You actually quite like it, right? So you're very good. Well, it just goes to show, doesn't it? These things are subjective. But for me, I couldn't taste any orange in it at all. I mean, I don't know if it's just a bad product or whatever, but yeah, I don't know, it wasn't for me at all. Couldn't taste any orange in it. And it didn't particularly taste a very dark chocolate either. It's more dark chocolate than anything else. But you know, the milk chocolate. But yeah, I just didn't think it worked. Yeah, on any level for me. But it just goes to show it's subjective. People have different tastes and things, you know. So there we go. Yeah, it just goes to show. But glad you enjoyed it, Andrew. Glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, a bit of a coincidence, like you say. You can have a bunch of these in one sitting. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, it's just, you know, you could have like, yeah, as I say, but those ones, they just don't look the part. You know what I mean? They're meant to be sort of quite nice, you know, decent looking products, and they just looked a bit horrible, really. But you can have different ones, as you say. But for me, the regular milk chocolate ones, those honeycomb bits were very nice, and it just goes to show, yeah, how wrong the white chocolate ones were. Really, just not good enough, really. But yeah, right. And the next one, what have we got here? Yes. Right, look at these. Oh, yes. Handmade caramelized biscuit fudge. Indulgence, small batch handmade fudge sprinkled with sweet caramelized biscuit. Wow, look at that. Caramelized biscuit, basically your sort of speculoos type affair, basically. It should be quite interesting, these ones. I think that's quite a nice combination, because fudge is quite, yeah, you know, quite soft and sweet. I think having that sort of fudge, that sort of caramelized biscuit on top of it would be quite nice. Yeah. Passion for quality again. Anything else of interest? It's got the usual backer to it, of course. Handmade fudge made with caramelized biscuit and ground cinnamon. So sugar, sweetened condensed milk. Yes, coconut oil, caramelized biscuit 3%. It's got palm oil in there. Palm oil again. Flavouring cinnamon. You got 400 grams, 430 calories, 11 grams of fat, 8 of which are saturates, and then per sixth of a pack this time, 108 calories, 2.8 grams of fat, 2 of which are saturates. So quite high in saturated fat in relation to the fat content, high percentage. 150 gram box this time. I think the others were 100 grams, I think, generally. Yeah, 100 grams. Let's have a look, what was the one? Yeah, 100 grams as well. So I think the other one was about the same. Yeah, so interesting. Yeah, there we go. Yes. Yes, the Morrison's equivalent with that orange dark chocolate, piece of chewy dried orange in it. I don't like that one quite as much. Yeah, it's funny actually. Yeah, I was expecting to see that, but I know what you mean. I think I might have reviewed that when we did the orange one. I know we reviewed them. I think possibly the Lidl and Musser off ones. I think. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, they're a bit odd, really. I don't know. Yeah, I know what you mean. I think those ones were a bit too dark chocolate. I don't know. I think I seem to remember. So maybe it's a very difficult balance. I think Terry's dark chocolate orange is probably spot on with it all, really. And they're sort of, yeah. They didn't do chewy orange pieces, but if they did, like they did with those, wasn't passion fruit. What was it? Cranberry one that they did. I think it'd be perfect. Yeah, I think those are really nice. I think they did it spot on there, really. And I think even maybe the Cadbury Bourneville orange one as well. I thought that was quite nice. Yeah, but I've not had that one for a while. But I think they just, yeah, I think that was spot on with it, really. Whereas these ones, I just don't think they've got it quite right. Yeah, but no, I do know what you mean, Andrew. I do know what you mean. Yeah, interesting. I think they were just a bit too far the other way, a bit too strong in dark chocolate. Those ones. All right, let's give these an open. Of course, again though, it's one of those, isn't it? I mean, if you really like dark chocolate, you might like it. Or if you really, really, really like dried orange pieces, you might like it. So it is always a bit subjective, but as you say, you know, you've just got to base it on your own taste, I guess, and generally your own interpretations of it all. But yeah. Okay, let's have a see. Let's just turn the brightness down slightly. Okay, all right. Okay, let's give these an open. So I've got the same sort of type of box opening. I think these look quite interesting, these ones actually. I'm quite excited for these. And these look very dark compared to the other ones. The other ones are a bit, yeah, compared to the front. I think these ones might be quite nice, you know. I think having a crunch on some fudge pieces would be quite nice. Now, fudge for me, I've always found a proper fudge, by which I mean like when you go to sort of, wow, there's a nice smell coming from these. When you go to like the Lake District, places like that, it's usually too sweet for me. It's just too sweet. My teeth just actively can't take it. So this might be too sweet for me. I'm not sure, but I think that's quite. It's got like a brittle. I thought it was going to be totally surrounded by speculoosy type stuff. It says Indulgence small handmade fudge sprinkled with sweet caramelized biscuit, but it's only on the top. You can see there's a distinct layer there, the topper, so they're a bit more like the little bites you get at supermarkets in the UK. Interesting, yeah. Yes, don't forget to like, by the way, if you're watching the video. Please, be massively appreciated. Yeah, please, if you click that like button, just the once, not twice, that'll be hugely appreciated. But yeah, thank you so much for enjoying this. Really helps out the channel. Let's give a bit of a measure on the top, about 1.6, 1.7 centimeters in height. So I don't know if there's much point really measuring these, but we'll do it because they're not all a uniform shape, but they roughly are about 2.5, 2.6. Because some of them are a bit rhombusy shaped. Did I do the height already? Yeah. So consider all, you know, there's this massive piece. It's clearly just a big slab that's been broken into bits, but you know, yeah, there's probably not really much point measuring it too much. But yeah, you can clearly see that's what it is. It's kind of like a bit of a fudge piece, but it doesn't look soft like fudge. It looks quite substantial. Let's break a bit. Yeah, it's a bit biscuity. I did break a bit there. I wouldn't say it's soft like, well, I don't know. It's a bit harder than fudge, I think, is normally, but not too much so. Yeah, it's got a nice smell from it, as I say. It's got that nice, a bit of a fudge smell, as I say, mixed with speculoos, that sort of cinnamony smell, which is what you'd expect. The ice cream man coming past. We can hear that. I mean, it was literally, well, you know, I don't know. It's not massively bright outside. And it was literally pouring rain before, but the ice cream man still comes out. It's literally been 8:30 at night before now, and he's been out and about. I mean, it does make you wonder what he's selling. There are some stereotypes that go on with that kind of thing, but I won't go into those. But there we are. Literally in winter, 8:30 at night, and it's raining outside. Selling ice cream does make you wonder. All right. Okay. Right, so let's give this one a go then. Yeah, let's give it a try. So try and get a bit of a decent piece. So let's give it a go. Nice crunch to these, actually. Nice sweet fudge taste. These must have vanilla extract in them, surely. Where's the box? Golden syrup. Maybe it doesn't this time. I think it's just the golden syrup gives it the sweet taste. Strange that though, you would have expected it this time. I'll say maybe it doesn't need it this time with all the coconut oil and stuff like that. But yeah, no, it doesn't. Yeah, definitely tastes that way though. It's very, very sort of a sweet flavour to it. It's nice actually. It's typical fudge, but it's not too sweet. But just a bit of a crunch to it, a slight crunch every now and again. It does add to it actually. It's probably not as prominent as I would have liked it to be. I think I would have liked more crunch, right? More of the sort of cinnamon top. I love this song. Do you have ice cream sort of trucks in Brazil, Joe, where they drive around selling ice cream down the streets and things? It's always been a thing in the UK. I don't know if it's specific to the UK or not, I'm not sure, but yeah. We have a little van basically that just sells ice cream, has like it's a specific van as well, it's not just any old van. Very interesting, yeah, bizarre really, but there we go. But there's some kind of weird, I don't know, yeah, dodginess that goes on with them, that they might sell other things as well, if you know what I mean. Yeah, there we go. Which is why they do hear them in random times of the year, basically, where they shouldn't really be selling ice cream. But yeah, these are quite nice. These I quite like these. I think these ones have got a good crunch to them, and I'd say quite a nice softness to the fudge as well. I think it's actually a combination that works really well, and I think could have been utilised more here with more crunch, because instead it's quite a softness to the top. It's not really that crunchy, and I think it could have been, and I think it would have been really something quite special there. These are pretty good. Yeah. I think they just could have been better, that's the problem. They could have been better, they could have had more of a crunch, more of a biscuity brittle on top, and I think that would work really well with the softness of the fudge. The fudge is very, very sweet, but not overly so. Soft. Quite powdery, but it melts in the mouth. It's a sort of relatively typical fudge taste. It's not quite as chewy or as soft as Cadbury's fudge, things like this. But it's not quite as sweet and soft as the the other way. Well, it's nothing like the sort of fudge that you get in like the Lake District and things like that, where it's very sweet, very creamy. A bit more powdery this one. But the speculoos, dusting on top is nice, and I think it just could have been more if it just had a proper crunchy top. I think it would have been really nice actually, even more so. And you could have been talking a good 4.5, or maybe I'm not sure if this is probably about 4.5. I think if they did that, but I think as it stands, I think it's just not quite crunchy enough. The speculoos part is a bit too soft, even though it's got a slight crunch to it, but it's still a bit too soft, not quite prominent enough. But I think they're a good 4 out of 5. I quite like these. I think they are quite nice. It's a nice idea, and one I'd like to see done a bit better. But I do quite like these a lot actually. Yeah, these are a very good idea, but just not done well enough. They could just be a bit more interesting. But nonetheless, they're pretty good. Those, yeah, pretty good. Crumbs here as well. Let me just nibble those. Just move this away a bit. So just give these crumbs. Not done too bad today, I've done 7 things here so far. I've gone quite well actually. Yeah. Oh, you don't have one? No, see, oh, that's a shame. Yes, trying to think really, could I? Yeah. Does it belong solely in British culture? Yes. I'm not sure. I don't know if I've seen one in mainland Europe when I've been there. So it might just be in the UK. Yeah, it might be. See if I can find a picture. I might need to get my keyboard out. Let's just see if I can. Just yeah. Usually call them ice cream man. It could be a woman, but it's usually Yeah, let's see. Let's see. Let's put van in maybe because I think. Yeah, let's have a look. I'll just see if I can get a decent. There's many different kinds, but see if Google Images decides to work. Yeah, there's many different sort of kinds. I was just trying to see if I get the typical design basically. Have a look. Just look for a decent one here. You get loads of different images, Yeah, here we go. Let's save this one. It won't be a second now. I'll just save this. Let me show you. Okay, let's see if I can add the image on. Okay, let's have a look for it. Won't be a second. Nearly there. Yes, there we go. Something like that. So that's just a. Yeah, there we go. So you can see there. Just that kind of thing, basically. I'll be able to see it there. See if I can adjust it slightly. Yeah. There you go. Can you see that? I think you can probably see it, can't you? There you go, yes. Yeah, it's got a bit of like a watermark on it. I probably shouldn't be showing it, I'm not sure, but there we go, yes. Copyright of Army, I think, there you go, on Google Images. But there we go, yeah. That's basically it there. So quite a, that's the kind of thing you'd get, basically. It always looks a bit like that. Yes, there we go, yes. Yes, there we are. So it's quite an interesting one. Yes. So that's basically what they look like. They all sort of much or much, just as different kinds and this, that and the other, but there we go, yeah, so it's that kind of thing. Yeah, so one of those. Interesting one. But all different shapes and sizes and colours and colorations and things like that. As I say, yeah, if you type in ice cream van on Google Images, they tend to, there's lots of different ones there, they tend to look specifically like a certain that sort of shape really, or that sort of size. It's not really a typical van. Yeah, interesting. But yeah, maybe it's just a UK thing, I'm not sure. Right. Oh, thank you. Yeah, no worries. Yes, it's interesting. Yeah, it's an interesting one. So you see they come around in vans like that, as I say. You say like Mind That Child on the back and stuff. It's quite a specific van. I mean, it might be used for other things. I don't know if they're adapted. I'm not sure, but I never see them anywhere else anyway. Interesting one, yeah. But no problem at all. Right, so the last one for today. Yes, got the mint dark chocolate from Asda this time, extra special. Yeah, so hopefully this one might be bit better. See, bittersweet cocoa notes with crisping highlights of cool peppermint. So it's 52% again. Blended the finest cocoa beans. So we've basically got the same as before. Does it have mint pieces or mint flavour? I think it says cool peppermint, so we'll see. Created from a blend of the finest cocoa beans, the bittersweet dark chocolate is infused with refreshing peppermint, which complements the rich cocoa notes. Dark chocolate Mentos. So this one, same with the orange one, but mint this time. This seems to be the case. Mint and orange do seem to be interchangeable as far as flavours are concerned, doesn't it? But got vanilla extract again. Mint oil. Cocoa sauce 52% minimum. Rainforest Alliance certified. Okay. 400 grams, 552 calories. 35 grams of fat, 21 of which are saturated, and per fifth. So pretty much one segment that. 110 calories or 2 segments, can't remember now. I think 2 segments, isn't it? 110 calories, 7 grams of fat, 4.2 of which are saturated, 100 grams. FSC. Packaging, I guess, yeah. 100% happy, get in touch. Not the typical thing, yeah, nothing too different this time. Quite nice. Yeah, this one actually mentions Rainforest Alliance rather than UTZ, which the other ones did. And the Rainforest Alliance and UTZ are the same thing, but you tend to just go under Rainforest Alliance now. Yeah, so yes, there we are. On them, yeah. What's that suitable for vegans? Doesn't actually say suitable for vegans. So this one here, for instance, is the raspberry one. See there, it mentions super vegans. It's got UTZ at the bottom, just about there. But, does this one say suitable for vegans? Oh yeah, it does on the front this time. There we go. And obviously just slightly rebranded the packaging a bit. Yes, there we go. Yeah, interesting. Yes, which is a good idea. Yes. Oh, is that the ice cream one? Yeah, it's a nice idea. Really, it's just something very typical you get. You know, let's say specifically in summer, but it seems to be all year round at the moment. Yeah, so yeah, it's quite nice, really. Yeah, yeah, definitely some like a childhood thing as well. You remember getting ice cream from the ice cream man. So yeah, no, it is nice. It is nice actually. Right, let's move down. Give this one an open then. So this is probably the last. We've done quite a few today. You know, this is the 8th one today. So yeah, done quite a few. See what this one's like. I'll give this an open. So we've got the same as before. We're going to find the same design, aren't we? This, that, and the other. Same proportions and things. Same sort of nice foiling. So I do like the sponge. So there's these lines on it though. You can see the lines, can't you? So did I adjust the brightness? Okay, yeah, you can see those lines on it. I think you can there, can't you? Don't know where they've come from on the foil. Must be on the roller, perhaps. Because not on the chocolate itself. Does it have that similar? Yeah, it's got that plant design as well. There we go. We don't know what that is, but it's there. Sneezing. That's me. Right, let's give it an open then. So it does look, yeah. As I say, it just depends on whether. Hopefully, we've got the mint amounts right this time. I mean, you know, we'll see. Right, there we go. Right, so let's give this a bit of a pull. Try and get it open. So let's say again, it's annoying where you kind of have to destroy it. You could be more careful, of course. You could spend hours trying to get it out better than I did, but yeah. That's the only problem when it's sealed. It's very hard to put it back in the packaging. Okay, so there's a nice mint smell coming from this actually. Yes. Yeah, it's definitely got a mint smell. The orange one didn't have anything from it, but this one's definitely got a mint smell. So, yeah. Okay, let's give it a bit of a measure then. So it's going to be the same size as the other ones, of course, but you know, just obviously you might be watching this in isolation. It's about 18.8 centimeters, 80.75, 80.8. And then for the bottom, but at the top, about 18.6. And width at the bottom, about to 9.1. 9.9 to 9.1, about 9.1 in this case, really. And at the top, about 8.8. Yes. Okay, and then we'll do the height with the calipers, a bit more accurate. Just dropped The salted honeycomb bits are all over the floor. Okay. The height about 4.8 millimeters, and in between the segments, 4.2. Okay. Right. Let's say there's nothing dramatic going on here. There's no pieces of mint, whatever in there. Just kind of just solid chocolate basically. Focuses in. Did it focus? There we go, might do this time. Anyway, it sometimes doesn't want to focus. There we go. That's a bit dark though. But there you can see. Basically dark chocolate. Alright, a bit worried about this one. As I say, it's got the vanilla extract in it again. You know, are we going to taste any dark chocolate? Probably not. But hopefully we'll at least taste some mint. So I'm not expecting miracles with this one, as I say. Because I think that having that vanilla extract in it, it just is a very strange idea to me. It's a strange idea generally, I think, in a lot of chocolates like this, where you're just trying to have an actual chocolate taste. I know even in white chocolate, I mean, I know Lindt did it in their white chocolate, and they just have it's just basically vanilla flavoured white chocolate, really. It's not white chocolate at all as such. And it just, I don't know what the point of it is. Obviously it does have the vanilla taste, but it doesn't work for me really. I think I want the actual taste of the chocolate really. But anyway, let's see what this one's like. I think the mint flavour, of course, well, definitely against it is the right term, but it obviously won't really complement a vanilla extract, I wouldn't have said. But okay, let's give it a taste. Not massively strong mint flavour again, but it is. I can taste it, unlike the orange one. It's a subtle mint one. I'm not a massive fan of mint chocolate generally. I mean, it's okay, but I don't love it. This one's very subtle. I think I quite like that. I mean, this one works okay. But it's nothing special. I think for me it's okay. But it doesn't. I don't know. The problem is really it just doesn't taste of dark chocolate. I'm not getting any sort of rich taste. I quite like the mint to it. It's quite subtle, but I don't know. I feel like I'd still prefer just to have some dark chocolates. You know what I mean? I feel like the mint flavour. While I quite like the fact it's quite subtle, I don't like overly strong mint flavours. But then I'm thinking, well, people who do like mint would have wanted it a bit stronger. And for me, I'm thinking, well, it's not really adding anything to it. You know, I'd rather just have it just taste the dark chocolate. But then, if I did do that, of course, you have that vanilla extract problem. You can't really taste the vanilla extract in this one because of the mint, so it kind of works for that respect. Unusual one again. This one, I'm not sure if it works. I mean. I feel like it does for me. I feel like to an extent because I quite like the subtlety to the dark chocolate. I feel like that's quite interesting. You know, I quite like the subtlety to the mint rather. That's quite interesting. I prefer that subtle mint taste to it, mint flavour, rather than an overly strong mint flavour. But I'm not really getting much of a dark chocolate taste with it. You know, I'm not really getting a decent dark chocolate. I'm getting something quite bland and quite a bit of nothing really. Yeah, but as Andrew said before, you know, he quite liked that. So I mean, it's one of those. It's subjective, but I think for me, it's very yeah. I don't know. It's just too subtle for me. It's not really dark chocolatey enough, and I think the mint is quite subtle as well. So I don't think mint fans would be particularly bothered about this. I mean, it could be, but I don't think it would be. I think for me, it kind of works a bit better, but then it doesn't have anything to back it up. So I think again, it's another one that just doesn't quite work. I gave them all about 2.5 before, maybe 2. I don't know, 2.5 might be too high. I don't know. Yeah, I can't quite recall whether I gave the others 2 or 2.5 before. I think maybe 2 is probably more appropriate really for them, but I think I might have given them 2.5. I think the orange one, yeah, I think I gave that 1.5, didn't I? I think it was the crunchy one. I think this one I gave 2.5. This one's more of a 2, I think. It's okay, but it doesn't really... The mint, I don't think the mint will be strong enough for mint fans. And I think for me, it's not a massive mint fan, but I appreciate the more subtle mint. The chocolate, it doesn't back it up, you know. It's just not that great. Yeah, not really getting anything from the dark chocolate. It's not really down to the vanilla extract this time, although it might be, but I don't think it is. I think it's just I think the mint flavour kind of is the overbearing flavour this time. It's just the fact that the dark chocolate's quite, well, it might be made quite weak by the vanilla extract. I'm not sure. Hard one for me to say really, but either way, it doesn't taste like 50-odd%, 52% dark chocolate for me. And as I say, when I had that Love It's one from Sainsbury's a couple of weeks ago, the 44% one had a nice dark chocolate taste, and the 50-odd% one didn't, and it had milk in it, you know, milk powder or whatever, whereas this one's got vanilla extract in. So I can only assume from that, which might be wrong, but that it's down to that vanilla extract just taming the dark chocolate too much. Yeah, so disappointing that one. So yeah, as there's extra special chocolates I'm not sure about. The Prosecco things I'm not sure about either. Or I'm sure about, just don't go near them. But I did quite like the I think the milk chocolate honeycomb was nice, and the fudge with salted honeycomb. Sorry, the fudge with what was it? Caramelized biscuit, basically. Speculoos type biscuit on sort of sprinkled in on tops was pretty nice as well. Yeah, not too bad. So interesting set of products. Definitely some misses, but some that were pretty surprisingly nice actually. Yeah, but I don't think, you know, I don't know, nothing too dramatic. But maybe as I say, the fudge with caramelised biscuit was a bit different. But I'd say it could have just had a bit more biscuit in it really. So there we go. Yeah. So there we are. So there we go, guys. I think that's it really. Yeah, we've done quite a few products here. I don't think I've missed any out. Oh yes, we did do the biscuits at the start, which were pretty good as well. I think they were probably the best things. The biscuits, the sticky toffee pudding biscuits, they were very nice. Yeah, right at the start we did those, and so you could heat them up as well. I just feel they're a bit too one note. If they had like chocolate on them or something like that, or chocolate chips, I think definitely would have put them into the higher upper echelons of ratings. Yeah, so I think that would have benefited them a bit really. But there we go. Yeah, hope you enjoyed that review, guys. Bit of an interesting one. Say the Asda special. Yeah, I've been meaning to do it for quite some time. A bit more of the posher end of their chocolate range. But yes, hope you enjoyed it. As I say, please like the video if you haven't already. Consider becoming a member as well. Really great way to support the channel. Massively is. Great to see you again, Andrew and Joe and Rick, of course. Really good to see you all. Hope you're all doing okay. And anyone else who's watching as well. Yeah, please leave a like. Always good to see you as well. I hope you're doing okay. But yes, quite a long show today, excellent as always. Oh, thanks, Joe. Thank you so much and have a great weekend. Oh, thanks so much. You too, Joe. Great to chat to you again as always. Thank you for all your support as well. And really is great to see you every week. So thank you so much. Have a great weekend yourself. Yeah, if it's hot weather where you are, enjoy it. If it's not, well, I'm sure it will be soon. Oh, take care, Joe. Thanks again for your support. And everyone else as well is watching, Rick and Andrew, and anyone else who's watching, as I say. Please leave a like, and consider the member program as well. But either way, have a great day. Thanks again, everyone. Bye for now. See ya. Bye.